You don't know what became of them. You're assuming they left, made their way out. You continue to move throughout this lower dungeon area, encountering a room filled with dripping water, mushrooms, lichen, you don't know, all manner of growing things. Some less than friendly. After dispatching several mushrooms and climbing up and along the walls on top of mushroom plates, you managed to safely make your way out of the room. Shortly thereafter, you encountered two hill giants playing some sort of game etched into the floor with stone pieces. You did grudgingly agree to play with them a little bit. However, the one that was playing was not impressed by not winning. And a bit of a fight ensued, but you quickly made your way out of there, figuring it was probably not a good idea to take on two large creatures in such a small room. You made your way farther east to the remnants of a dwarven tomb. Reading some inscriptions on the lid, Felix had explained that this was a dwarven tune, and the writing indicated to bow your heads and remember valor. Doing so, and I believe you guys took a short rest in this room, several of you came away with a buff. The effects of an aid spell seemed to weigh down upon you. As you made your way north into a large room with a massive stone obsidian column that rose high above, a staircase ringing it, making its way up. Nothing else of note, you figured the stairs must lead somewhere, perhaps to another temple, another location. You continued to make your way farther east. It was only at this point that you realized one of your members had disappeared. Starsha, wanting to have a look at her map to see where exactly they might be, had a note fall out of her bag. And upon reading such, you realized that Felix had indeed left you. Making his way, you presume, back to the surface, he was intent on helping other, either reformed or otherwise abandoned cultists, perhaps reclaim their lives. Everyone deserved a second chance, after all. Putting this knowledge aside for now and not being able to do much about it so deep into this dungeon, you decided to press on. The room, well, was perhaps the remnants of a dwarven mining, you soon discovered was filled with some sort of spectral haunts. Starsha basically said F to that, left the room, leaving most of you to fend for yourselves there. Moss giving the command to gather around him. He had a plan before quickly disappearing. You all decided to make a run for it and headed out the westernmost door. You encountered a set of steps leading upwards, and as you took a moment to catch your breath, that is where we're going to pick up. So what would you guys like to do?
Go up?
Yeah, I don't know who shut the door behind us, but smart. Winter's gonna run up. I can't. Can you unpause the game, please?
No, I'll leave it paused for a minute.
Oh, well, I wanted to go up and peek around the corner. Stealthily, carefully, just a quick peek.
So Winter decides to stealth up and have a peek around the corner. It's hard to make much of anything out. It's dim in here, but you can see that there appears to be a lit brazier on the other side of the room.
But I don't see anyone.
Not with an 11.
I don't see anyone. But we should be careful. I wouldn't mind putting some distance between us and those things.
Everybody make a perception check.
Come on. There it is.
Starsha.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing and your vision is better than most everyone else in the group. It seems like whatever summoned those ghosts or those creatures, they don't seem to be pursuing you. You don't hear them. It seems as though it's gone silent in that room. What is it that you guys want to do? Winters had a peek in the room. She said that she saw a glowing brazier, and she didn't see anything else.
I mean, we can either go back since there's nothing going on in that room anymore. But who's to say that stepping back into it is not gonna trigger them again?
Yeah, I mean, if we go back there, I don't think I'd want to stay. Just quickly dart through and be on our way. Do we want to find somewhere safe and rest for a bit? How's everybody feeling?
We're just gonna wait just a few minutes. Deebs is AFK.
Oh, that's why it was so quiet. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna make a call. So we'll just take a break.
Yay.
10 minutes in, we'll just take a quick break.
But it was an intense 10 minutes.
I know.
That perception roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you see that number?
It's a pretty good number.
Yeah, that took a lot of work.
Of all the numbers, it was definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm. But look at that. It's a 28.
If there are any combats or whatever, I will control Moss tonight.
Firewall.
Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da.
Lucid, have you decided on an art piece to give Deebs probably next week to add to the stream?
I'll figure it out. I've not decided yet.
Just use Tox and give him a bow and arrow or a wig or a hat or a magic wand or something.
That'd work.
A frog with a magic wand? That'll do it.
Yeah, I don't see how you get better than that.
Well, you get better than that by giving him a two-handed battle axe. That coming crashing down off the top rope? I sure hope Deebs isn't talking to his mom.
Are you jealous?
His what?
Are you jealous?
No.
You're only allowed to talk to you on the Sunday nights?
No. I mean, he should be paying attention to me.
Obviously.
That doesn't mean he has to talk to me.
Okay, I just want to point out that my kids are stupid. When I hand them back a quiz that did not really give me a nice grade, do I turn around, fix it within 2 minutes of getting it back, and then turn it back in for extra credit? Probably not.
I don't think it works that way.
No, because maybe you should have asked your smarter friends what the correct answer would be, instead of just taking a second guess.
Why?
I don't know. Why do you turn it into me with wrong answers?
I mean,
So
I
they
would have
took a-
cheated initially.
They took a second guess and the answer was still wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because I'm a nice teacher sometimes, whenever they get a quiz back, I give it back to them, and then I give them like, I don't know, a few days where they can fix it, and then turn it back in, and I give them half credit. So if
Okay.
you got a 60, half credit would be an 80. If you get all of them right, like for everything that you got wrong, you get half credit back.
What is preventing them from Googling now that you've given their test back to them?
Nothing. I'm telling them, use your resources. One of them's like, can I ask my mom? Because my mom's really good at math. Is your mom your resource? Absolutely, use her. If your resource is a calculator, why don't you use that? Granted, not everything can be put into a calculator, like when it says show your work and you didn't show your work.
Sure.
The calculator's not gonna do that. But I mean, I tell them, hey, if you want help, come and ask me. I will help you get the correct answer. But if you're stupid and you take that and just take a second guess at the multiple choice and it's still the wrong guess, that's just what you're gonna be stuck
You
with.
get double negative marks.
You get double stupid marks. Yeah, I should take half a credit.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
Just hand it back and tell them they get a 50 DKP minus.
That's right.
We'll give Deebs another 5 minutes and then we will just have to go ahead without him.
Like I don't know why you wouldn't turn around and look at somebody who has it correct. You know, just copy the answer. It's fair game. But if you're even too lazy or too stupid to do that, you don't deserve any better.
Alright, it looks like Deebs is back. Nothing, we put the game on pause for you.
You talked about your mother.
It wasn't Mom on the phone, was it? Oh no. Okay. Well, Winter went up and had a peek around the corner. Saw a lit brazier and nothing else. Starsha did a listen at and didn't hear anything coming from the room that you've just left. It seems to have gone quiet in there. Around the corner. Well, Winter, why don't you tell him what you saw?
A lit brazier and nothing else. She didn't get a particularly high perception check.
How do we need to? How's everybody doing? Do we need to do a long rest?
It's exactly what I asked, and then we realized you weren't there.
Sorry. Yeah, we should find somewhere to hole up and maybe try and do a long rest to regroup.
Yeah, I mean, I could do with a sandwich and a sip of water or something, but if you wanted to rest for longer, I wouldn't say
Yeah, let's, well, we're kind of screwed here. Let's
Well,
move around. Well, can we stealth, or can we go down that hall? Somebody stealth, or send the pet or something down the hall to see what's down there.
You can do whatever you'd like.
I was about to say some of us can stealth.
Yeah, that's
you
what I
probably
mean.
can't.
You,
I mean-
Stacia.
I could turn all 4 of us invisible and we could just go.
Yeah, that might be a good idea since we're gonna rest anyway if we find a spot. So, yeah, why don't we do that?
It's kind of the last trick I can pull before I need a sandwich.
Yep.
So that's the plan. You're gonna go invisible and go back the way you came.
Or I'm talking about the new hallway up north.
Well, here,
It's not really a hallway. It opens into a room, and at the
Oh.
far end of the room, there's a brazier.
Oh,
you know, I could just send my little friend down there and have him have a look around.
okay. That's-
But if you know, well,
I just want to see if it's safe, or if you see somewhere that we could safely rest. That's what I'm looking for.
yep, okay. And she digs into her sort of overlarge satchel and pulls out the fat tummy rat.
Mhm.
And sits him down on the ground, has a few quiet whispers with him, and gives him a little scratch behind the ears. And he goes carefully sneaking off. And Winter takes a couple steps back and just leans against Aranor and just says, "Hang on to me. I can't see when I'm doing this." And she'll kind of lean her head back, and her eyes go white, and she looks through the rat's eyes.
And you're sending him to the west, right?
Yep, it's been a while since I've done this, so let me just grab the Find Familiar spell and verify the range is 100 feet.
Okay.
As an action, I can see through my familiar's eyes and hear what it hears. So sight and sound. It does not have dark vision.
Okay.
And if I see with its senses, it does have dark vision. Holy shit, 30 feet. I wonder if they changed that. So the rat's got dark vision 30 feet and a passive perception of 10 and keen smell. So advantage on smell checks. And he will... Do you want me to just use Winter's token and move her?
No,
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a
say
token.
Smell checks.
Yeah,
Smell checks, yep.
Perception check that relies on smell.
Okay.
Spell check.
I was like, I'm sure he meant spell check, but I just heard smell. But
No, rats can't spell.
okay.
Rats can smell.
They can't spell.
Oh, spell. Yes, let me give him some vision. He has dark vision, right?
Silly looking rat. He does, yeah, 30
I
feet.
keep forgetting to make you a rat token.
That's fine. I don't use them very much.
You should have control of that token.
Game's paused.
Yes.
Nope. No control. I can
Okay.
select it, that's it.
Hang on. Try that one.
Also no.
For fuck's sake.
I can just move Winter.
Just give me a second. Okay, should be good now.
There we go. Yep. Oh wow, yeah, it moves in 2.5 foot increments. That's cool.
Yeah, well, it's tiny. So this plump little rat scurries across the floor into the darkness, looking around. Make a perception check with his senses.
Let's see, what is that? It's a straight wisdom roll. Nope. He doesn't see much.
It's pretty dark in here. He can make out the light of the brazier. It looks like it's just glowing coals at this point. There's not a whole lot else. It looks like maybe there's a tunnel that continues on to the west.
Yeah, so he's just going to kind of do a little...
So as he does a
circle here.
circle around the brazier, looking for whatever he can see, your vision snaps back to Winter.
Oh, no. She's going to try reaching out to him again.
Dead rat.
You don't get a sense that he's there.
She'll just quietly exhale. Well, can't go that way. But I didn't see what it was, but he's not there anymore. It's okay, I can bring him back, but I need some time.
You got a sense of instant fear and then nothing.
Alright.
Yeah, I can't even begin to tell you what it was, because, I mean, he's tiny, right? Like, it could have been anything. But whatever it was dangerous. She's going to risk a peek around the corner again. Pulling down the goggles to just see further. Not that it's more than 60 feet anyway, but...
Okay.
Do you want me to roll another stealth check, or you want to use the one I used previously?
Use a stealth check and perception.
Jesus. Yeah, so she'll step around the corner quietly and then just have a look and step back.
Still couldn't see anything. You couldn't make out where the rat might have met its end. You don't know what it might have been. It's quite dim in there. Only the glowing coals in a brazier that's probably 40, maybe 50 feet away.
Well, it looked like there was a tunnel that continued on, but it's a very... and does the room... does the map match the room? Like, it looks like it's a natural cavern, or at least rough-hewn?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a rough-hewn or natural cavern, and it looks like there might be a tunnel that extends on past, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Okay.
All I can say is if we go in there, it's a fight. I just don't know against
I mean, you
what
don't
or how
necessarily
bad.
know that it's a fight. You just know that something dangerous is in there for rats.
That's her assumption.
Could just be a cat.
That's her assumption.
What is why did we close the door behind us here? Was there a reason? I forget.
Ghosts? The 5 ghosts that...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I can turn us invisible. Hang on. Let me check. Let me make sure.
As Aranor opens the door...
Oh, God.
Oh, did you
Why?
open it?
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you
did.
fucking knob.
So he opens the door, and a couple of things are going to happen. It turns out
Hard thing.
that these spectral haunts were waiting. They don't seem to make any noise.
That makes sense.
Let me... make some attacks here.
Rip.
First one is going to be a 22.
Okay.
That's 14 points of necrotic damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw. Oh, that's a fail. Your hit point maximum is reduced by 14. And the second one will also go to attack you. Uh, 17?
Yep.
Okay. That's 11 points of necrotic damage, and I need another Constitution saving throw. With a 20, you're good.
Why, Aranora? Why?
Hmm.
Why?
I thought we cleared that room.
Oh no, we ran.
I couldn't remember. Didn't remember.
So now I will need you guys
My
to
age.
Mm-hmm.
add yourself to the combat.
What if I refuse to? Oh boy. There's always somebody opening some doors.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's Starsha.
That happened once, and people said, open that door, and I opened that door. But nobody said anything about these last doors that people opened.
Oh shit, I gotta roll for Moss. Alright, start of the combat. Moss just shakes his head at Aranor, moves up close to him. And... oh, he can't see anything. You can only see the one guy. He has no choice. He's gonna move into the room. He'll take a swing at this one in the north. With his moonsicle. That is a hit. It only seems to do about half damage.
Come back out and close the door.
That is Moss's turn. That is going to bring us to Spectre number 1, who now has a new target to hit. First one is miss. Starsha, it's your turn.
Wait. So I'm going to do a sentinel attack when it tries to attack Bri.
Okay. That's a powerful ghost if it can get right through the PC, through the interwebs, and hit Bri.
Yeah, he's not even
I
here.
mean, must. Which one was it?
It's the one to the north.
Okay. Activate Greatsword.
Okay.
24.
Hits.
I'm going to do 8 points, and then I'm going to smite it
Okay.
at second level.
Okay.
So I do 3d8 because 2d8 for the smite and then an additional d8 for the undead.
Okay.
I'll just do a regular. Alright, additional 16 points. So 8 points of slashing and then 16 points of smite.
That is enough to kill it.
Okay. Now Starsha.
It vanishes. A whiff of smoke. Starsha. You can't even see what they're fighting. They're down the hall, right at the doorway. Moss has jumped into the room.
Yeah, no, I can assume.
Oh, I should have rolled 4d8 actually. Damn. Whoopsie.
Oops-a-daisy doosicles. Is that for leveling up?
No, it's 2d8 and then 1d8 for additional spell level.
Ah. Starsha, what would you like to do?
I mean, kind of far away. I can't really do anything. Yeah, I'll move over here to see what is happening. I don't even know. Like, they're blocking the door.
Yeah, you can't really see anything from there. If you were to back up one step, you might be able to see... Yeah, from there you can just make out the edge of a ghost.
Is that all that's in there, or is there more than one?
That's all you can see.
Aranor, can you see more than the one in there?
I only see one. In my view. There is
Aranor, you would know that before you left the room, you had dispatched 3.
Okay.
You had initially seen 5 ghosts in this room.
Okay, so yeah, so it looks like there's only one left. The one to my right.
Yeah, but you're blocking the door.
You can see it from there.
But I can't get to it, can I?
Firebolt it.
No, you can't physically hit it from there.
Can we move through each other's spaces per the rules at half movement, or is that different with doors? Like, I think it's different with doors. Like, it makes sense that it'd be harder with a door in the way because it's a narrow space, but...
It's a narrow space in the doorway. For anybody to move through, they would either have to be a small creature or move ethereally. In a hallway, you can.
So if you can see it, you can attack it with a ranged attack, or you can end your turn. That's kind of your options.
Can I throw my Shadow Blade at it?
Yeah,
Can you throw your Shadow Blade at it?
it's 100%. It's throwable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Hold on, wait. Do I want the Shadow Blade or do I want my Magic Dagger? I feel like I probably want my Magic Dagger. I'll try that. Oh yeah, that was amazing. I'll probably cut Marshall's ear off.
Yeah, so it flies just past Aranor's ear, nicking it along the way, and it knocked it off target, and therefore it didn't hit your intended target.
That's great.
Ow.
Your dagger is now on the floor in that room.
You know what? Well, no, that's a bonus action. Yeah, I'll end my turn because I got no words.
Okay. That brings us to the last ghost. Sensing warm bodies beyond the door,
What?
it is going to make an attack on Aranor.
Oh no.
Close the door, Aranor. Close the door.
19.
Yes.
That is 12 points of necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
14.
Unfortunately, 14 is not enough, so you will take... What did I say, 12?
Yep.
12 points of hit point maximum damage. Or sorry, you'll reduce your hit point maximum by a further 12.
Okay.
That is his turn.
It will be your
Winter.
turn next.
Right. Winter's gonna run down to here. Looks like she can see this thing. She is going to Eldritch Blast it twice.
Okay.
I'm assuming those both hit. 19 and a 24.
Yes, they both hit.
For a total of 21 points of force damage, she's going to knock it back as far as she can, so that's a max of 20 feet or until it hits a wall. And then she's going to
There is no need. You blow it back away from the doorway, and as it hits the wall behind it, it dissipates into nothingness.
she's going to grab Aranor with both hands and dump 5 points of healing light into him. 5 dice of healing light into him. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, 10, 15, 18 points of healing.
Ooh, thank you.
And that will bring us out of combat.
Woo. That was my fault. My fault. Sorry, everyone.
I think Winter hauls off and punches you in the arm as hard as she can. That was dumb. Don't do that again. You look terrible.
I do look
Aranor,
You should rest.
as you step into the room,
Oh, fuck me.
see that all ghosts have disappeared. You do notice a shadowy, shimmery form begin to materialize at the mouth of this caved-in tunnel to the north. It looks like the spectral form of a dwarf. He looks at you and beckons you closer.
Can the rest of us move into the room so that we're involved?
Yeah.
Did I pick up my blade? Like, whatever.
Yes.
I do?
Can I,
Can I take said blade and stab it into Aranor's back?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright.
The
Do I
spectral
not see
form
one?
is standing. I don't have one.
PvP.
It's right here.
Yeah, that's PvP.
And it is beckoning Aranor to come closer.
I'm gonna use one of my divine senses
Okay?
and just see what I detect.
It is definitely a spectral form of a dwarf. Whether it's a full-on apparition or a vision, you're not quite sure. It is undead, but you're not getting a negative feeling from it.
Oh, he's probably the dead dwarf who we knelt before.
Starship attacked me, it looks like.
Yeah. Aranor does a 23 hit.
Yes, it does.
Are you trying to kill Aranor with a 21 points of damage?
Did it work?
It won't
Is it
kill.
dead yet?
It won't kill me, no. But
No, it won't kill him, but
Are you-
you'll do a lot of damage.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
The ghost is beckoning Aranor
I'm
forward.
gonna move up to the ghost.
Okay. So as you move close, his ghostly eyes gaze over you. He nods once and gestures to a spot on the floor. It appears to be a large pile of rubble. He then smiles as if in gratitude and begins to dissipate.
Oh, all right. I checked through the rubble.
Sifting through the pile of rubble that you had seen the dwarf indicating, you find a hammer.
Ooh.
Your divine sense, perhaps, the last remnants of it are picking up traces of magic, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah, I will link this to you. So you all see Deebs, well, not Deebs, you see Aranor pull out from under the rubble a hammer. Not a large war hammer, this seems much smaller, but no less dense. It seems to be intricately designed on its head. Anyone with experience in martial weapons would know that this is a throwing hammer.
Look at this. I show everybody.
Aranor, you have experience with these types of weapons. While you don't have a lot of experience with them, you know what it is. You know how they're used. And you think over time, perhaps spending some time with it, you could learn to be quite good with it.
Okay.
Whether you're willing to give up the greatsword for it, I don't know.
What'd you find there? A new toy?
Yeah, look, I showed everybody. Look at this hammer. But isn't it a throwing? I mean, this is Deebs asking. Isn't it just a throwing hammer though, or can I use it as like a one-hand weapon? Oh, I guess it
I
is
think
a
you can
bludgeoning.
also use it as a one-hand weapon.
Oh.
Especially if you have proficiency with Warhammer,
Mhm.
you'll be able to add your proficiency bonus, but I don't know if you have that experience or that proficiency or not.
Well,
I mean, that
I show it to everyone just in case anyone else would like to use it too. I'm not going to assume I'm going to take it, so. But I look at this. Winter, what do you think of it?
I think it's a hammer. She just shrugs. What do you want me to say? I could identify it if you'd like me to, but I think there's others here that can too.
Well, I think actually I'm in dire need of rest.
Well, you look like you've got one foot in the grave, and by the looks of on Starsha's face, she's willing to put the other foot in for you.
Yes, Starsha is deservedly so mad. I understand.
You gotta think.
Yes, I apologize, Starsha.
We should find a safe place. I don't think this is it. We do have that. We do have that shrine we could go back to, the tomb.
Yeah, let's find somewhere. Did we look in these other doors at all? I don't remember from last week.
You
No.
came from the door that's directly to your east.
Okay. All right. I am not opening any doors.
Lucid, you have your sound turned on? Can you hear the doors opening?
No.
I heard a door that time. Somebody opened a door.
That was me unlocking it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can see down this tunnel quite a distance. It does go down a ways and turn. I can't imagine it goes somewhere safe.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather us go somewhere we know is safe
Yeah.
than just travel all willy-nilly.
If all we're doing is finding a place to rest, we know where there's a safe place, so
Alright,
we might as well go back.
Let's do that.
Oh boy, this is a big risk, but gather round, and she'll cast invisibility on the group.
This hit point issue that I have,
Mm-hmm.
that's 50 points.
Yeah.
Does that go away if I long rest, or is it?
You don't know.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm just finding the spell here. There it is. Cast that. So at 5th level, it makes 4 of us invisible, and there are 4 of us.
And it's not a range thing. Like, people don't have to stay close to you. It's not like pass without a trace, right?
I have to touch them all when I cast it.
Okay.
So we have to gather around, and then after that, they can go anywhere they want as long as I continue concentrating. They could go to another plane of existence and still be invisible, unless
So,
they attack
put-
or cast.
You put a foot on Moss's knee, and you reach out with either of your hands to touch Starsha and Aranor, and you cast invisibility.
We're playing Twister.
Yes. Now, none of you can see each other, but you do get the sense that you're all still clustered around.
And
Okay.
Are you bringing the drift globe with you?
I'm gonna. We should
Sorry,
probably.
my headset died. Hold on, I gotta charge it.
Okay. Okay.
We should probably like hold like shoulder to shoulder, and I'll disable the drift globe.
Okay.
Winter. Does that work? With your.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
gather around. Okay, everybody.
Moss keeps a hand on Aranor's shoulder.
Okay. All right.
Starsha does whatever the fuck she wants, because she can see.
Mhm.
Yeah, so Winter will slowly lead everyone, or the two blind chuckle fucks, back from whence we came. Moving at half speed and quietly, and she'll quietly ease the door open and into the room. Is it as we left it?
It looks untouched, unchanged for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Right. 30 feet. She's going to, before we shut the door, she will drop the invisibility spell, drop concentration, withdraw a wolf's fang from underneath her armor that's hung on a strip of leather around her neck, and find a way to affix it on the other side of the door. Either she'll just lay it on the ground, or if there's something she can tie it to halfway up the wall, or
Yeah,
any
there's
sort of-
there's jagged bits of stone and broken masonry. You can
Yeah.
easily hang it anywhere outside the door.
such that it has line of sight down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll quietly shut the door, join her friends, and that is a Wolf's Tooth of Alarm. You might remember that from your other campaign. It has the magic mouth spell cast on it, and if a creature, whenever a creature enters its 30-foot range, it yells, "Hey, wake up!" in Winter's voice, really loud.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll hear it through the door, but
I'm gonna do my immovable rod trick on the other door, to the west.
Okay.
In front of it.
And that Wolf's Tooth has to actually see. It doesn't have dark vision, right? So
Okay.
I don't know how much good that's going to be, but
Well, it's not pitch black anywhere,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
it's just very dim.
I'm gonna reactivate my drift globe in here, please.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, it's very hard to be stealthy with the drift globe.
Yes. All right. All right. Should we long rest, everyone? I'll take first watch. Or actually, do we need a watch with the two elves? Oh wait, we don't have a. We have one elf.
You have to.
We have to.
While technically, actually, neither one of them are elves. They are elf subtypes.
Elvish enough.
Alright, either way, I'm beat the fuck up. I need to rest.
Winter will take some time to see if there's anything on Rin's clothing or armor that can be mended. I know parts of it were literally just rotted away, but if there's anything she can do, even just smoothing out the jagged edges, she'll try it.
Yeah, you could probably smooth out the jagged edges. You probably could do some mending on his cloak, but it looks like the armor is going to need some sort of specialist or blacksmith, some kind of armorer to be able to repair what's been eaten away.
Yeah. And then she'll take 10 minutes and cast Find Familiar, consuming Let's see, components for Find Familiar. She's got 5 charges, so down to 4. And she'll resummon her little buddy, and spend a little time apologizing to him and cuddling him and feeding him. How does he look? Is he okay? Is he?
He seems
angry?
fine, but he is burrowed into your clothing and doesn't seem to want to come out. Like he's still
okay.
scared.
Well, we won't do that again for a while. And then that's probably, you know what? She'll ask the group. Do we feel safe enough here, or do I need to? Well, I've got this thing I can do, but we'd have to stay pretty close for the whole night. It's kind of a magic bubble.
I think we're fine in here.
Okay.
I think we're good.
That's it. Well, and I guess she'll offer to identify the hammer if
Sure.
nobody else does. And so that is yet another spell. And
Yes, by all means.
it's a ritual spell. So she'll take 11 minutes and take out a small white pearl and press it to her forehead and hold it there with a finger. And she'll take an owl feather and place it on the hammer that she lays on a small piece of cloth on the floor in front of her, and just sort of hold the pearl to her forehead and place the feather on the hammer and place her fingers on the feather over the hammer and just concentrate on it.
Okay.
And sort of visualize it, in her mind's eye. Spinning the hammer around, looking at it from all angles, and then sort of, Tony Stark style, 3D computer imagery, tearing it apart into its magical components and spinning it around in 3D and then reassembling it in her mind's eye. And when the spell's done, she knows what it does.
So at the end of the spell, Winter sort of comes to with the full knowledge of what this item is and everything it can do. I've put it in the Discord chat.
Holy shit. Rin, this thing's really cool, and you're going to want to use it. I'm assuming you've already seen it.
Yeah.
I've sent the details
okay.
to him, yes.
Yeah, this is a hell of a find, and might actually be worth all the shit we just went through. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, is everyone okay with me using this? Is anyone else? I don't know if Moss can use it, or I mean, of
Nope.
course, I'd rather use it, but I'm not going to make assumptions, like I said. So,
It's not something that Moss would use. It is also made heavily of metal, and a lot of it.
okay.
He just looks at his claws. For the most part, I'm fine with these.
All right. Well, I'm gonna sheathe my greatsword on my back.
Your
And I'll-
very badly damaged greatsword.
Yeah. And use this instead. Do I have to attune to it?
Yes. Normally, you'd have to be a dwarf to attune it,
Oh shit.
but I have changed that.
Is that like maybe because we paid our respects and also cleared
Yes.
the evil spirits out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Nice. All right. Well, let's spend my time to attune to it.
Would the couple of us that have it's like that are more religiously inclined or more aligned with the Celestials, would we get a sense of that he earned the right to use this where it
Yes.
would normally that's
It's
cool.
highly unlikely that somebody like Starsha or Felix would have been able to use it, being sort of the way they are. It's possible that you could with enough strength. Moss probably couldn't use it either.
Yeah, it's more the
It's more their general disposition.
given that Winter's identified it and knows that only a dwarf can wield it, she's kind of watching in reverence as Aranor picks it up and
You think of Mjolnir and how nobody else could even pick it up.
yeah, that's
And Vision
exactly.
just comes along one day and picks it up.
Oops.
And so she's kind of in awe at this whole thing. Like, holy shit, he really is worthy of that. That's cool.
Wow. That's yeah. This I have 2 damage options, and I'm curious if one's like if I use it 2-hand or like because one's 1d8 plus 6 and the other is 1d10 plus 6 bludgeoning.
Yeah, I mean, I would look up Warhammer, just a regular
Yeah.
Warhammer, which I think is a 2-handed. I think you can use it either way.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a versatile weapon.
That's why it has such a long handle, or a 2-parted handle, I guess, this one. Because you can use it one-handed. You can throw it using the bottom half of the handle to make it, spin and chuck around the room. Well, not around the room, but across the room. Or enough space on the entire haft to use it 2-handed.
You should also have a read of the language on your Divine Smite, because I don't think it'll work on a thrown weapon, but I'm not sure. So that might affect, how and when you use it that way.
Nice.
And you might also ask the GM, because she might have a different idea of how that works.
I have no thoughts one way or the other about how and when Divine Smite might work.
Like, I've allowed Ori back in the day to use it on a thrown weapon, but I don't recall if it's actually supposed to be used on a thrown weapon. I just thought it was cool. Glowing hammer flying through the air.
I would say probably not, but I'd have to look into it. Alright, kids, what's the plan?
We're gonna long rest. Never mind. We're beat up. I'm beat up. We need spell slots. I think Moss might be low on slots too. I'm not sure.
I think so. Let's see. Starsha, when you summon your Shadow Blade, do you mark off a spell slot for it every time?
I think it does it on its own. I don't know.
It does it if you go to your spells page and click the cast button.
Yeah, because you cast it in Foundry, I think. I don't know if it does.
I cast it in Foundry?
Don't you use it from your hotbar in Foundry?
No.
Oh.
You use it from your actions page in D&D Beyond?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's just the attack. You've got to also either manually mark off a spell slot when you summon it, or click the cast button on the spells page.
It's not a huge deal. I just wasn't sure. So, you all gather around and set out your sleeping rolls or your furs or whatever it is you use when you bed down for the night. I'm assuming you're not setting a watch.
I mean,
Well, I can keep an eye out for a while, and I think Starsha can too, and maybe that's enough.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, between the two of you, that's 4 hours covered. Each. So you all settle down. And one by one, you begin to fall asleep. Your dreams are troubled. They are turbulent. They are filled with elemental violence, raging storms, oceans, just a massive fury of waves and thunder, visions of earthquakes, mudslides, fires raging across grasslands. You all sleep very fitfully. And while your health has recovered, unfortunately, none of you benefit from a long rest.
So,
Which means your health will be okay. Aranor, you will have had enough sleep to have slept off your hit point reduction,
Okay.
but it's not enough of a rested sleep to regain spell slots.
Oh boy.
Everybody make a intelligence check.
Ooh. 1, 0.
how the fuck did you roll a 0?
I got -1.
I mean,
Me dumb.
even Moss only got a 14. None of you... Moss thinks it has to do with this place. Being in tune with the elements the way druids are, he thinks that their instability here in this place is strong enough to interfere with rest, with recuperation, with magics in this area enough to prevent anyone not aligned with these elemental cults to gain the benefits of a long rest beyond recovering some health.
So our max HP drain is reset.
Your max HP drain is reset.
But what about warlock spell slots on a short rest? Is that also out?
A short rest, you would be able to get spell slots back, yes.
Okay.
But you're the only one.
So my other stuff that resets on a long rest, like my healing and my Misty Step, I don't get those back.
No.
Got it.
And you feel off, all of you.
Anyone else feel like shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel like you've slept on the hard, cold floor of a dungeon. You're
Yeah,
not
but I mean,
well rested, you're groggy.
done that before and not felt this bad. I mean, I've got enough to keep going, but I'm still feeling a little tapped. I'm assuming everyone else is as well.
Yes. I'm not sure what we can do about that.
Leave?
Leave completely?
Well, I mean, I've got that bubble I can try, but there's no guarantee it'll block out whatever influence this is. If you know, it's supposed to stop magic, but I don't know if it's powerful enough to block whatever this is.
All right. Well, what does everyone want to do? Do you want to venture on or head out? And I'm just not sure where we would go or what we would do next here. I mean, we're looking for Gar. And I'm just curious if we destroy the evil here, will that clear up whatever is causing this?
Unfortunately, there is just no way to know.
Oh, I was talking to the party.
Mm.
That was me.
I can't tell when you're role-playing unless you use a voice.
Sorry.
That's the wrong voice.
Is it though? I mean,
Well-
he's got a dwarven hammer. He's in a dwarven place. Maybe he's turning into a dwarf.
Yeah, but he's like 22.
I thought that dwarf was going to be Darkbeard for a second.
Maybe he's Deeb's Darkbeard reincarnated.
Deeb's Darkbeard, yeah. Well, my friends, where should we head to next?
As we're talking, Winter is furiously flipping through pages in her spell book.
I told you the dwarf's name, didn't I? I'm sure I did. His name is Hendril
Foebreaker.
Foebreaker.
Yeah.
He is an ancient dwarven hero.
Well, everyone, Starship, what do you think?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now you're asking me what I think?
He literally asked everyone like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did.
No. But when you went and opened that door,
Yes.
after I had just said, well, we may steer something back up if we reopen that door.
But look, I received this amazing hammer. So it was worth it.
I was about to say he learned his lesson by getting his ass beat, but
Hmm.
kind of feels like he didn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, that hammer is really cool.
I can tell you one thing, I am tired of these elementals.
Yeah.
I'm tired of these individuals. And we need to do something about it. Let's venture on.
So you have a couple of options. You can head all the way back up to where you were, where you saw that brazier in the dark across the room. You can head back the way you came, into the fungus-filled room. There was a couple of ways out that you hadn't explored there. You can attempt to head back through the room where you know the hill giants are. There was a doorway there that you hadn't gone. You have a lot of options.
I mean, I feel like we kind of have to get meta for a second to understand what the party is capable of without a long rest. I have 2 spell slots and 2d6 healing, and 2 5th level spell slots and 2d6 healing, and that's it. I can Misty Step twice more. And the healing doesn't come back until we long rest successfully.
Moss has got a ton of slots left.
Okay.
All he's blown is all of his 4th level.
Got it. Wall of Fire.
No Wall of Fire.
No, that's all I recall him casting recently, so that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. He's got a 5th level slot. Almost all of his 3rd. Oh, sorry. All of his 3rd. All of his 2nd. And all but 1 of his 1st.
How's Aranor doing for lay on hands and spell slots?
I have no lay on hands.
Shit. Yeah, so we're
You guys
out.
should have health potions, though, yeah?
I have 3 first level slots left for smite.
Okay.
But that's it. No 2nd or 3rd.
Well, I'm saving one of my 2 spell slots for Revivify, and the other one for maybe a 5th level Cure Wounds if we need it. Highly recommend Moss save his for Revivify and Healing, and not get too fancy with control or damage unless we really need it. We lost the hold monster, hold person with Felix. If Winter gave her Rod of Magic Missile, Wand of Magic Missile to Moss, is that a pain in the ass for the DM to deal with that? Like, is that not something we should do this week? Or,
It's up to you. You can do whatever you want.
well, I mean, would you
Does it
have him
require
use
attunement?
it? It does not.
That's fine, then.
Yeah. Would you have him use it as an offensive ability this week, or?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do in combat yet.
Okay. As long as it doesn't just sit idle, because it does. I mean, it's a 6th level. If you don't burn all the slots, if you burn everything but one
Mhm.
slot, it's a 6th level spell. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
well, do you want to add it to his character sheet?
Sure.
Okay, so give him a Wand of Magic Missile. All charges are available. It's wasted on Winter because it does about as much damage as... It does a little more damage than 2 Eldritch Blasts. So it doesn't get a lot of use.
All right. Wand of Magic Missile.
Magic Missile. And I have removed it from Winter's sheet. I guess one other question: do we all have a point of exhaustion now because we did not?
No.
Okay. So we didn't gain the benefit, but we didn't take the penalty of
Correct.
missing my sleep. Cool.
Where would you guys like to go?
One more point of order. Winter in the night opened her book to the page where her friends had written their names and stared at Felix's name for a while, shook her head slowly, and
Scribbled it out.
struck a finger, one finger across it, and the signature faded slowly, with a little bit of an arcane sparkle, and she hesitantly scrawled her name in its place.
All right, let's go back and investigate that area where the mouse died.
My bad, her name was already in the book, so she just struck it out.
I take my rod too.
Yeah, Starsha has recovered her dagger. You've grabbed your rod. Assuming
Okay.
that Winter will pick up her wolf tooth, whatever it is.
Yep. I can hear squeaky, chittery things.
Well,
Sounds
there's
like rats or
probably
bats.
squeaky, chittery things in the dark here.
Do we want to see what's south of here at all? I mean, I think that door might eventually lead back to where those giants are. The tunnel, I'm not so sure.
We can go. Do you want to?
Starsha, are you stealthing up there?
Sure.
Give me a stealth check. You think you're pretty well hidden.
Where did you go? Up in that room?
She's up at the top of the stairs.
Oh,
She's as far as you got last time. You do notice that there is something along the walls in that room.
We shouldn't split up. If she's going ahead, I guess we follow. But Winter's going to make a point of not entering the room. She's going to stay right there and just peek around the corner. I'll also do a stealth check.
You move up with the drift globe. The light from it beams into the room from around the corner.
uh-oh.
Starsha, you would know at this point that any creatures that are used to living in the dark or in dim conditions are very sensitive to light sources. And if there is anything in that room that's paying attention, it definitely knows that something is here. On the stairs.
That's fun.
What would you guys like to do?
Do you see anything, Starsha?
No, not from here.
Make a perception check.
Holy shit.
Aw.
You do see something. There is a creature that's sort of hunkered down, hunched behind the brazier.
Smeagol.
You can also make out there are things that appear to be tied or pinned or otherwise affixed to the wall around this room. It's hard to tell exactly what they are without getting a closer look, but they look like body parts,
Yeah, I noticed that. It's gross.
specifically hands.
Maybe people try to escape and were shackled to the walls.
The creature on the far side of the brazier is gazing in your direction.
Is this like one of the things that wanted our secrets? Or is it different?
The Nothics?
Sure.
Make a survival check.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you got a close enough look at them. You're pretty sure that that's exactly what this is.
Ah. Well, friends? Anybody willing to give up some secrets?
Uh-oh. Don't tell Moss.
Sure. Maybe,
Don't tell Moss what?
Moss, maybe you should hang back.
Why? What's in there?
It's another one of those things that you don't like.
Don't ask, don't tell.
There's a lot of things I don't like.
It's a Nothic.
We're going in to kill it.
No?
Don't tell me we're not.
Well, I mean, I won't tell it that's what we're gonna do, but I'd like to talk to it first.
Let me see this thing.
We might be able to gather some intel.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. Don't let it see... Jeez.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It needs to die.
Yeah, why don't you just hang back? Let me go talk to it first. Hey, buddy! Hi, you trade secrets?
It's just cowering behind the brazier.
Yeah, I'm not getting any closer. I could tell you some things if you tell me some things. She'll hold up her hands.
And again, it's shrunk down. It's looking towards you, but it almost seems cowed. It's fearful.
You scared of us, or are you scared of something else out here?
I'm gonna scan the room to see if I see anything on the ceiling or anything else that might be around. Perception?
So from where you are, yeah, you can see it looks like there are things hanging from the walls. Without getting closer, you can't really tell. They look like they're probably hands.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Winter will take a couple more steps further into the room.
Okay.
Trying to stay away from,
Oh.
at least 5 feet off the walls where these things are, if she sees them.
I'm gonna keep Winter within like 10 feet at least.
As the drift globe moves farther into the room, you have but a moment to react as a sharp blade comes swinging out of the darkness towards Winter's back. Let me just pull this up here. Winter does a 19 hit.
Yeah, you know it does.
That is 23 points of slashing damage.
Ow!
The fuck?
As a massive great axe comes slashing out of the darkness, and an immense figure steps into the light.
You said 23, right?
23 damage, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need
The
you
hell
guys
is that?
to roll for initiative.
Kind of looks like a minotaur.
Oh my god.
I knew if I bided my time, you would wander in here eventually. Let me get some music going.
I rolled a 0 for initiative.
You're terrible.
On brand.
Yeah, let me roll Moss. Hang on.
I miss Felix.
Who knows? Maybe this is the new Felix.
Little do you know, he decided to roll a Minotaur.
And kill poker.
Not Winter? You want to kill Poker?
Starship wanted to kill Deebs.
She wanted to kill Deebs and Aeronor. Yeah. This massive, muscled, dark-furred Minotaur steps out of the darkness. He's huge and muscled and incredibly dangerous. Top of the round, Winter.
I'm looking at spells here. What can I do? What can I do indeed? Winter is going to, bleeding badly, maybe down on one knee from the force of this attack. She is going to reflexively teleport away. Burning her one and only Misty Step. If I can find it. Where
I thought you
the
said you
hell
had
did she
two.
go? Yeah, I have a Phase Step and a Misty Step. I've got
Oh,
one of
okay.
each. Sorry, it's on my spells page under second level spells. There it is. Boom. So she's gonna teleport back to here, and I am gonna need a spell template. The fireball template's perfect if you've got it. I want to hit both of the creatures in the room without hitting Aeronor, so I'm
Okay.
assuming it's going to be, somewhere around here.
20 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she is going to, verbal and somatic. You know what? She's going to put her hands up to her temples, put her fingers up to her temples, and squeeze her eyes shut and just scream at the top of her lungs and cast Synaptic Static. Psychic energy explodes in the middle of the room, and I need both of those creatures, or any other creatures in that radius, to make a intelligence saving throw, DC 18.
Okay. The Nothic will go first. Intelligence saving throw. What did you say it was? 18?
18.
The Nothic failed.
It takes 26 points of psychic damage.
Okay, give me a second. Let me roll the other guy. He passed.
Okay, so he takes 13 points of psychic damage. The Nothic also subtracts a d6 from its attack rolls and ability checks, and concentration saves for the next minute. It can keep making the save every turn to end that effect, and I'll track that for you.
Sorry, and you said it was 26 that he took?
26. Yeah, 26 to the Nothic and 13 to the Minotaur.
Okay.
Psychic damage.
You hear a scream in your head that you can only assume is coming from the Nothic.
And that's going to be your turn.
Okay. That will bring us to Moss. Whoops.
Oh, sorry. I clicked the button too.
That's okay. Moss. Let me see. Um. He is gonna pull out the magic missile wand. And from where he is here, he's just going to sort of frantically scrabble at his belt, pull it out, and launch some missiles at... Well, you'd think it would be the Minotaur, but he really wants that Nothic dead. He will expend... How does this work? It's got 3 charges?
It's got 7 charges.
Oh, 7 charges, yes, I see.
Yeah, we typically burn up to 6 charges so that we don't risk breaking it. But
He's just going to use 3.
Okay.
For, I don't know how many missiles that is.
Total of 6.
Total of 6 missiles,
I
okay.
think it's 3 missiles for total of 5. So it'd be at a 3rd level. I think you get 3 missiles on 1st level, and so it'd be 3, 4, 5. So it'd be a total of 5 missiles, I think.
Okay, well that's 1. I'm just keeping a running track. How do I do this?
And we typically just roll once and then multiply by the number of darts.
Okay, well that makes it easy. His first roll was a 5. So 5 times 6, 30 points.
5 times 5, 25.
25. Several of these light pink purplish darts fly out from the wand, almost knocking Moss back. I guess he wasn't sure what to expect. And they sail unerringly across the room and impact this Nothic right center mass, doing a tremendous amount of damage. The creature falls to its knees and is sort of scrabbling towards the edges of the room to get away. That is his turn. The Nothic cries out. You all hear this in your head. Wix has done nothing wrong! Wix was only following orders. And he will scurry back to the corner of the room and cower. That is his turn. Starsha.
Of a step into the purple, will it hurt me as well?
Getting rid of that.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was a one-time thing. It was like Fireball. It's gone.
Oh, so it's the guy now.
And sorry, Dark, at the end of the Nothic's turn, you can make another intelligence saving throw to try and
Okay.
negate that effect. DC 18.
Nope, he got a 16. So he is cowering, clutching at his head. Starsha, you have enough room that you could squeeze behind Aranor if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Let me swing at it with my Shadow Blade. Do I have advantage because we are flanking?
I think so? No, you're not flanking.
I'm not?
No, you're standing beside Aranor. Flanking
Okay,
means when you have a friend on the opposite side of the enemy.
like over here, but that seems kind of far away.
No, you'd have to be flanking, you'd have to be here.
Where? Over there in the rocks?
They're pelts, but yes.
Okay, well, I think I have enough movements. 1, 5, 10. I think that should get me right there.
Um. No, you wouldn't be able to get there.
How
If
far
you
do I
dash as
get?
a bonus action.
How far would I get?
You would get to here.
But that's not flanking?
Nope.
Okay.
Flanking on a large-sized creature, you draw a line from the center of your square to the center of your friend's square. The line must pass through two opposing sides. It does not in this case. It passes through the left side and the top side.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll still get over here. That's fine. It's fine.
It is bright light where you are, by the way.
It's what?
It's bright where you are.
That's fine. Oh, that was an amazing roll.
Unfortunately, it is not enough to get through his what looks like maybe a chain shirt. It's hard to tell.
Right, what about if I use my dagger?
You don't have any actions left
Oh, I don't? Why not?
because you summoned the Shadow Blade.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right. I forgot about that. All right, forget that. That never happened.
No, it did never happen.
It didn't. It didn't. Okay.
That is going to bring us to this giant Minotaur's turn.
You are next.
What does he want to do? He is going to move. He will get an attack of opportunity off from Aranor. As he moves on to the other side of Starsha.
Alright, I'm gonna swing using. I'm holding my new hammer two-handed.
Okay,
Activate Dwarven Warhammer.
okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does not hit. Well, I mean, it does. You impact him head on right in the chest, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Because technically you missed.
I see. Okay.
He just smirks at you with his cow-like face. And stomps over, getting behind Starsha.
Yeah, tenderize that steak.
He lowers his great axe and takes a massive inhale.
Uh-oh.
How do...
Breath weapon?
I need a cone, but I don't have a cone.
Go to measurement controls, and
Uh-huh.
it's the cone template is the second one there.
Ah,
Bad breath attack.
I don't know if you can see the cone I'm projecting, but
I can see it. No, I can't see your cone.
Oh.
Aranor and Starsha. I am going to need a dexterity saving throw from both of you.
Oh dear. Ah, there it is. 9.
That's a fail.
Is that with Holy shit.
Starsha, that's a success, so you're going to take half of this damage.
Oh, but what damage?
Aranor, you take 30 points of fire damage.
I say, god damn!
Starsha, you take 15.
Can I use my ability?
Which one?
Uncanny.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So you will lower that 15 to a 7. as you duck at the last second.
That was flame that came out of his mouth?
He took a massive inhale and breathed out a huge cone of burning embers.
That wasn't a spell, was it? That was a ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, poop.
Smoke rises from his nostrils as he laughs. You never should have come here. That is going to be his turn.
Starsha, just a heads up, you have evasion,
It's your
which
turn.
means when you succeed on a dex saving throw, you take no damage. And when you fail a dex save, you take half damage.
Wait. Then do I even
Yeah.
get the uncanny?
No, you get that at 7th level.
I
Should
what?
be on your sheet.
Is it a
20. Can I move behind him?
Yeah.
So I'm flanking with Starsha?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna activate Warhammer.
Okay.
So that's with advantage then?
Yes.
Oh, so I don't actually need to use the uncanny thing because I wouldn't have taken damage.
Correct.
Okay, I'll add that back.
Okay, it does a 21 hit.
Why did it roll a 13 first? Yes, a 21
I
hits.
rolled his advantage. I rolled his advantage using.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Yes, a 21 hits.
Okay. So he takes 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and then I'll swing again. Is that also with advantage?
Yes.
Okay, so 23 hit.
Yep.
For 12 points, so yeah, 20 points total.
20 points total.
And I yell, "Come on!" trying to get his attention. And that's my turn.
You get a +3 bonus, don't you?
It's all added in.
It's all added in? Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
I added it to my sheet, so it figured everything out for me.
Okay, cool. 20 points. Barely seems to make an impact. Ignore the massive blood splatter on the back of his head.
Looks like it's hurt to me.
That will bring us to the top of round 2. It is Winter's turn.
Yeah, well, not wanting to really blow it with spell slots, she's just gonna take a step forward and finger guns 2 Eldritch Blasts center mass if she can hit him. Pew and Pew. There's a 17 and a 22 hit.
Yes.
Then that's a total of 19 points of force damage.
All right.
And I think, just have a quick check at bonus actions. That's going to be it for her. She's going to take a step back.
Okay.
Yep.
That brings us to Moss. Sorry, I'm not used to looking at massive spell lists.
If you're listening to the stream, Moss, type in chat what you want to do.
Fuck, he doesn't know either.
Probably eats pizza.
He's not really built to do damage. He is gonna fire off another couple of magic missiles from the wand.
Nice.
You can hit him from here, surely. Yes. He'll use 3 more. Three charges. That's. Let me roll this. Um, 1d4 plus 1 times 6? Is that right? 6 missiles? On 3 charges?
3 charges is 5.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 1 times 5. That's 15 points of damage. As 5 more missiles impact this large bull man. That is going to be his turn. It brings us to the Nothic. He is still cowering and is moving farther back in the room. Into what looks like a tunnel. Still cowering, clutching at his head. Please! Please, Wix, only follow orders! That's his turn. Starsha.
Okay. Is it now flanking?
You were flanking before you moved.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I totally don't understand it then. Like, it doesn't seem to go through his center, so whatever.
An 18 hits. Sneak attack plus psychic. Do you get sneak attack if he's facing you? She gets sneak attack because she has
Because
advantage.
she has advantage, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you even though you're looking right at his face, you take your shadowy blade and you stab it right into his abdomen.
But he doesn't see it coming.
No, he did see it coming. He was looking right at it.
Oh. But it's
But
shadowy.
for some reason, it was sneaky and did a lot more damage. That is 30 points total. He grunts this time as if finally enough damage has been done to cause him pain.
Okay. Let's see if we can give him the rest. Does still get advantage, or was that only for the first hit?
No, you still get advantage.
Oh.
Just no sneak attack. That hits. No sneak attack. So as if to just compound things, you drive a second dagger home into the other side of his abdomen. I'm assuming you're going to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
You are next.
Brings us to his turn. He will once again move. To here. And you see him lower his head. His wickedly curved, sharp horns lowered in your direction. As he charges across the room. Aranor, you and Starsha will both get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
As he charges across the room towards Moss and Winter.
15 hit.
15 does not hit.
What do I roll?
Just your normal first attack that you do. Woo!
27 hits.
Damn.
But it's just a straight attack. I don't think you get the psychic damage, etc., etc. You definitely don't get sneak attack.
The not the sneak attack. It's 2d8, right? So it's still crits, so it's still max dice on the crit. And she rolled. Holy shit! She rolled 16.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 20.
2d8 plus 3, 6 and 7, 13 plus 3, yeah, 16. Jesus, yeah, so that's 32 points of psychic damage. That's insane.
Does
That's
it
what
take the psychic damage on, or does it just take regular damage?
The Shadow Blade deals psychic damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. It doesn't
And
take...
when
okay.
when you crit, it just increases the original damage type.
Right, okay.
Holy shit.
As it goes charging across the room, Starsha, you hamstring him.
Nice.
Doing a lot of damage as a gout of blood shoots up into the air. But he still manages to charge across the room.
What the heck?
Moss and Winter, I need a strength saving throw.
That's one of my 6 worst saves. See?
That is a fail. Let's see what Moss gets.
You think?
Strength is not his strong suit either. He rolled an 8. This massive creature, with his horns lowered, charges at you from across the room, goring you both, pushing you back, and knocking you both prone. You're gonna take some damage here. You're each going to take 20 points of piercing damage.
Woo!
And you're both knocked prone and back into the wall. Let me take Moss's damage. That is his turn, I think. Yes, that is his turn.
It's your
Aranor.
turn.
So Aranor says, "Oh, well, it looks like it's time to try this out," and he throws the hammer
All right.
at him. Fuck me. 14 misses.
Yeah, 14 misses.
Do I get 2 attacks with it?
I mean, you probably could, but it's across the room.
If it flies back to me.
Oh, does it?
Remember that its normal range is 20 feet, long range 60. So if you're more than 20 feet away, it's going to be at disadvantage.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, I forgot it came back. You can throw it again though.
But you got movement too.
Yeah, I'll move then if
Yep.
and I'll move there and try it again.
Okay.
There, 27 hit.
Oh, badass.
It does, but you gotta roll at a disadvantage. Oh no,
I moved.
17 was the first one. Right. Yes, that hits.
Okay, so is he considered a giant?
No.
Okay, so it looks like it does 1d8 plus 6 and then an additional 1d8 if I'm reading this correctly. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yes, when you throw it, it deals an additional 1d8.
Okay.
If it was a giant, he'd deal an additional 2d8.
All right, so 3
The
points
16?
and then one more d8. So 7 points.
What is the total damage?
Wait a minute. 9, I'm sorry. 13 points. 13 points total.
There you
13
go.
points total. This thing is now starting to look quite hurt.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Top of the round, Winter.
Yeah, I don't think she's really got a choice. She's going to teleport 30 feet.
Okay.
To get the hell away from this guy. And then she'll kind of run around behind Aranor and reach out sort of underneath his left arm and fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at,
Okay.
at the big guy.
Mhm.
1 and a 2. That's a natural 1 and a 21.
The 21 hits.
13 points of force damage, and she's just going to shout, "You should have stayed hidden. This isn't going to go well for you. I'm really looking forward to see what you taste like." And that's her turn.
It is Moss's turn, and he is pinned in the corner here. What has he got? Where's his turn invisible and run away?
Pass without trace.
No.
No, it's going to be on his actions page, and it's probably got some tick boxes next to it. It's called something step.
Hidden step.
There you go.
Yes, he will first hidden step. Go invisible. And attempt to move away. Can he get around this thing, though? Moss is quite large. He's still medium size, but there's not a whole lot of room to maneuver here. Yeah, I'm gonna have him move down the stairs. And he is going to cast a heal on himself. He'll do a healing word, I think. For 6 points. That'll be his turn. He is now visible because he cast a spell, I think. That's his turn. The Nothic Oh, he was supposed to make another intelligence save, wasn't he? For Synaptic?
Yeah, sorry, yeah. At the end of his last turn, DC 18.
He got it this time.
Cool.
Or last time, at the end of his last turn. This turn, he is going to continue to cower in this little crook. He's not moving any further. Starsha.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn.
Where is Moss? Oh,
Moss couldn't run past him, so he had to run the other way.
Mm.
You assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did his hidden step thing.
He forgot to say, "Follow me," before disappearing and then running away.
Ah, okay.
I understood that reference.
I don't want to get like right in front of him, but like, what choice do I have, right?
Well, you could always stay at ranged and throw whatever, fireballs or whatever.
Yeah, I guess I could, but that's no fun. Fine. It's not fun, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
Firebolt. Oh wait. Can I not? I can use my thingy here, right?
What? I don't. What thingy?
My thingy. This.
Yes.
There.
Nice.
Ha.
Starsha's hands flicker with flame. And she points at this large minotaur. And a firebolt shoots across the room, impacting him square in the chest. But it does nothing.
Ooh.
Ah, see? I knew it wasn't gonna be
Simply
fun.
laughs at you, spitting blood as he does so.
Okay, cool. Well, I have one more action, right?
Yes, that would have been a bonus action?
Do I still have my Shadow Blade?
How long does it last?
Mm-mm.
1 minute, I think. 1 minute
Why?
or 10 minutes.
Shadow Blade?
And you can cast a spell while it's out, right? Firebolt is a cantrip.
Yeah, I think she's got a thing as a arcane trickster where she can attack as a bonus action after casting a spell, but I'm not sure about that. 'Cause
No, I'm
normally-
pretty sure she can.
Yeah, normally it's bonus action attack only after you attack as your action, but I think that's different for her.
Yeah, no, it's a bonus action attack, so it won't be the full brunt of your normal Shadow Blade damage, but you can still do it.
It doesn't. I can't figure out how long it stays out.
I'm sure it's a minute. Which is like 10 rounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, each round is only 6 seconds.
Oh. Okay, well then let me do that. I think-
Stabbity stabbity.
Dabbity stab. Oh, let me see if I can use it, but this one for some reason never likes to. See? What does it not do a cool action thing?
I might have to update something. A
know if
16 just hits.
Don't know if I'm doing this right when I use this.
No, it's doing it right.
Because it gives me all these options, and I'm just hitting normal on everything.
Yes, because it is just a normal attack.
Okay. And I don't choose critical damage, right? I just use normal
Correct.
damage. Okay. Then I'm doing it right.
Yeah, you do hit. It doesn't do as much damage as it would on a normal attack. but it does draw another massive gash in his side.
My gosh, he's unkillable.
He spits blood once again. Even if you end me, there is worse waiting.
That's great.
Which will bring us to his turn,
It will be your turn next.
as he drops to one knee in probably extreme pain, heavily bleeding. He has regained the ability to use his breath weapon. He takes another massive inhale.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Dexterity savings.
Ooh. I hit Winter under 35. Yes. Winter, Aranor, and Starsha. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Add +3 Winter for yours.
13.
That's a
Oh,
fail.
boy.
14.
Aranor's a fail.
I fail.
And Starsha failed. What a shame. Let's roll
That-
some damage.
That hits Winter even though it's not half of her square.
It does.
Okay.
Because where you're standing, he can do it up to 35 feet. It's odd how it draws the thing.
Well, it's coloring in the squares that the template has covers more than 50% of.
Oosh. You all failed, and you're gonna take 33 points of fire damage.
Great. Googly woogly. Burns.
Starsha, you have that because of your ability.
I have what? The evasion thing?
Yeah, go read it. When you succeed on a dex saving throw against an area effect, you take half damage. When you fail, you take half damage. When you succeed, you take no damage.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 16 points of damage. Fire damage.
I'm taking 16 points.
Yes.
Can I use my uncanny dodge in combination with that?
I don't know. Can you? Let me see.
I don't think they're both reactions, but I'm not sure. I don't have it open anymore.
Uncanny dodge is a reaction. I don't
Yeah.
remember if evasion is. Do they stack? Let's see.
Uncanny dodge requires a attack.
Okay, uncanny dodge, it says it's a reaction. For evasion, it doesn't say any of that.
Yeah, but I don't think uncanny dodge works on like an area effect spell or whatever. It's got to be an attack.
Right. He doesn't roll
It
to
says
attack
When
that.
an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
He
Yeah,
didn't
but-
hit you with an attack.
The keyword is attack, which means they have to make an attack roll, which this wasn't. So
Yeah, he doesn't roll to hit with the breath weapon. It just hits. You save for it.
Okay.
So no,
Okay.
you wouldn't be able to use both. Just the evasion.
You mean just the uncanny dodge? Oh no. No, you're right. The evasion. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 16.
Can I use on the breath weapon? Can I use this? It was 30 points, right?
It was 33.
33. Can I use that divine allegiance to take the damage from Winter?
Yeah?
Okay, I'll do it.
so you're gonna take the 33 points that I just took?
Yep.
Jesus.
So,
You're still standing?
Yeah, barely.
Yeah, tell me
even-
how this manifests, Steebs. What does it look like?
So as I see the breath coming towards me, I guess sort of maybe a divine light of some sort flows over Winter and just absorbs into me.
Okay.
And I just take a shit ton of damage.
Oh, you were in a bad way.
Yep.
But that is his turn.
It is your
Aranor.
turn.
I am going to drink potion of healing,
Okay.
greater healing.
Yep, that's just a bonus action.
So 11 points back. And I'm going to throw my hammer again.
Okay. If you roll a natural 1, you're going to hit Starsha in the back of the head.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 just hits.
All right, so 10 points plus.
There doesn't need to be a plus. He had 2
17.
hit points less.
Nice.
He drops to his other knee now before collapsing backwards in a heap. Smoke still rising from his nostrils as he is deceased. And that will bring us out of combat.
Aranor's like, that was close, Winter.
Yeah, I think Winter, without saying anything, will throw her arms around you in a hug to thank you and give you your last 2d6 of healing, which will be 9 points.
Nice.
You big dumb idiot! Thank you.
Moss will move up, gingerly step over this Minotaur.
We're eating that, right? Because I really gotta know if it tastes like cow.
Help yourself.
I'm kidding, kind of. Like, if
Moss
somebody
is
else
like,
suggests...
I won't be having any.
Moss is always so grumpy.
He begins to stalk across the room towards the cowering Nothic.
I'm not stopping him this time, but Moss, I really think you shouldn't.
The Nothic is not even looking up, it is just cowering. Moss goes to raise his clawed hands and make a strike. And just can't bring himself to do it. Instead, he'll walk back and begin to mutter some magic words under his breath. Where is his sheet?
Winter's going to turn, and while he's doing that, she's going to look at this Nothic and just say, "Do not take anything from our minds. It's your doom if you do." And she just turns and looks at Moss. "What are you doing?"
I'm trying to find a spell.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
There it is. Oh, he's got lots. He's got all of his 3rd level spells. He is going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Yay!
How the fuck does this work?
You saw my hit points, Dark, right? What they were at?
I don't know what they were at. It was just a sliver, though.
It's 2.
It was 2? Oh my god.
I was fine. I was at 5 before you soaked that damage.
I thought I smelled some poop in the room.
No, I felt like that was the right thing to do.
Okay, so over the next however many minutes, 10 minutes, I think?
10
Or
turns.
however many rounds, you're going to take... Winter, you're going to take 10. And then you're going to take... 4.
Okay.
And then you're going to take 6.
Okay, so that's 3 out of your 10, and I get 20
I'm going
points
to move on
back.
to Aranor now.
Okay.
Aranor, you're going to take 2. Uh, 5. 5. 2.
God. Come on, Moss.
I'm trying my best. My hands are shaky. Hang on. That's 6 of them.
This is what he's like without peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Another 2. This time I feel it. Ooh, 10.
Yay.
That's 7. And he's gonna get 1 to himself. That's 5. 1 more to Winter. 9. And 1 more to Aranor. 6.
Yay. Oh, thank you, Moss. Starsha, that was some excellent fighting.
Mm-hmm.
He got anything fun in his pockets? Ow.
See?
Let's,
Make
search the room.
Starsha, make an investigation check. 18. It doesn't look like, other than his great axe, he doesn't really have anything on him. But looking back around the room, you do notice that there is like an iron coffer nestled into the furs in the corner of this room. And in it, there are a few things.
Oh, we lost our accountant.
Well, he's still there. He can still write it down. Unless he's just killing people in his basement.
His ghost is still
No, I'm
here
here.
following us.
There is 425 gold pieces,
Damn.
37 platinum pieces, and 10 flawed hematite gemstones that are worth 15 gold apiece.
Nice.
You got all that?
Yep.
All right.
So does that hallway just end back there, or can't see?
You could have a closer look.
Yeah, green drift globe. Oh no, it's the shit.
It's a shit.
It's the black ink shit.
Yeah, as you move up there and bring the drift globe closer, the light that the drift globe emits seems to be swallowed in this inky black smoke or mass. You're not sure what it is.
Okay. Um. Hmm. What do you think, guys? Wait, I
Where
gotta,
do the-
I gotta switch my voice. What do you think?
You don't have to do a voice.
Where'd the Nothic go?
Oh, where did the Nothic go? Did he go
I don't know. You guys were all clustered up in the middle of the room. Was nobody watching him?
Oh.
Well, Winter was watching him.
You would have seen him move into that inky blackness then.
All right, bye. Guys, the Nothic ran off into the black shit.
What is that stuff?
I mean, I can take 10 minutes to find out.
We need to.
She'll sit down cross-legged on the ground and open her spell book and start casting Detect Magic.
Okay, detect magic.
And just for funsies, she'll do a stroll around the room as well.
Okay.
But finally coming to this tunnel, and she will focus on the cloud and see if it's magical in any way.
As you approach this black fog, it gets cold. Reaching out, studying it, it feels almost oily to the touch and cold. Your hand does pass through it, though. Studying this for a few minutes, you've come to the conclusion that it seems to fully block vision, and it seems to mute sound beyond it. Do you try to push further into it?
No. I mean,
You think you'd be able to pass through it?
Yeah, that's not what I'm worried about. It's the being completely blind that I'm worried about. So she'll relay what she's learned to the rest of the group.
Okay.
It's not impassable, but it obscures vision and mutes sound, which will obviously keep some of us from casting some of our spells, and also keep us from sensing anything before we run into it.
Looking around the room, the rest of you notice a few things. These are definitely hands affixed to the walls. Dozens. Burned, most of them. Human hands, reptilian claws, a mixture of different variations. Most seem to be humanoid of one form or another. The majority seem to be human and reptilian. There's a large sleeping pallet of furs in the corner to the south. And there is the iron brazier. That's all that seems to be in this room. Anybody can roll either history or intelligence to learn why there might be hands around the room.
20.
Where the fuck did that come from?
He's not smart, but he's pretty well read. It's enough for all of you to know that Minotaurs like to take trophies. Most of them, especially the more powerful ones, have the ability to breathe fire. You would imagine that these were scorched or singed individuals that this Minotaur had probably brought to their end, and as a trophy he took their hands. You think there might be some sort of religious connotation to them, to the burning of them, but you're not sure. You do see around the brazier, inside of it, there are a couple more hands. Perhaps he didn't fire breath them, perhaps they are roasted, either ceremonially or religiously. You're not quite sure. What would you guys like to do?
I mean, there's other ways we could go too, but if we go through there, we're feeling our way through deaf and blind. I could turn us all invisible, but that'd be it until we break for a sandwich. I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't even have sandwiches, just these shitty trail rations. Oh, and some pastries!
Yeah, you've got pastries in your bag. They're probably smithereens by now, but
Oh, yeah, she'd...
still edible.
Well, they're in the bag of holding, though, right? So...
Oh, they're fine then.
Yeah, they're just stale, very, very crusty.
If only he was alive for you to question. Moss says, don't you paladins have that talk with the dead spell?
No. I don't have it prepared. Actually, don't even have it in my list.
Yeah, Winter had the option of taking it at will, but things that you've just killed often don't like to talk to you after you've just killed them. So...
Well, I thought they didn't have a choice.
Oh no, they absolutely have a choice.
Alright. Enough of this. Let's head into this. That Nothic went in. I think we should follow.
I mean, I could try a thing. I've got the fan.
The what?
Do you not remember how I cleared the fog out of the room with the... Yeah, well, I could do that, and it's good for a minute, and I could walk around in front of us, clearing the mist away. I don't know if it'll work, but, I mean, I could try it.
Oh, we also have that bottled breath. Interesting. Okay. Go ahead, try it.
Yeah, well, alright, everybody line up behind me, and Winter will walk to the front of the group and produce the wind fan, the sort of overlarge folding fan from her pack, and she will unfold it and swing it through the air, casting Gust of Wind directly in front of her. And if my understanding of the spell is correct, it stays centered on me and points in whatever direction I face it. I think as a bonus action I can change its facing, and it moves with me. So the first question is, when I cast Gust of Wind, let me just cast this. That's not... Nope, come on. There we go. A line of strong wind 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose for the spell's duration. It disperses gas or vapor, and it extinguishes candles, torches, and similar unprotected flames. As a bonus action on each of my turns, I can change the direction in which the line blasts. My interpretation of that is that if I move, it moves with me, pointed in that same direction until I
When
spend
I
a bonus
move, you
action.
move.
But that's your call. So the first question is, does it actually part the fog?
You cast the spell, and you can all feel a breeze emanating from Winter. It seems to be channeling directly in front of her. But the black fog doesn't seem to be affected.
Well, so much for that.
Guys, I'm missing... Didn't I have the, that weapon Um,
The spear?
the
The wind spear?
Yeah. Didn't I? It's not in my inventory.
Yeah, somebody's got it. I know we said that you had it on your back, but
Or did I not
You
just
may
put
have-
it in my inventory? Is that why I don't remember?
we may have said that, but we didn't actually add it to your inventory. I don't know.
It's possible.
Okay.
It's not in Moss's inventory.
I don't know if we were actually ever, if Dark ever actually added it to somebody's sheet.
Maybe I didn't.
Because we would have either had to go search for it and add it, or you would have had to add it for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, let me.
I think there was a matter of something on it that we weren't supposed to know about, or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe I'd offered to try and make a custom version of it that didn't have that.
I thought maybe Felix stole it.
Yoink.
Oh shit! Did you guys hear that? He's still here.
Yeah, I needed to make a custom weapon for it. Anybody who decides to attune to it, I can give the full information to. But unless one of you does, I can't. I'll have to make a custom item.
Okay.
Yeah, just holding on to it. Yeah, just holding it. You can feel a gently flowing breeze around you.
Oh. I stick it into the inky stuff.
That's what she said.
Attaboy.
Unfortunately,
That's what Moss said.
nothing seems to happen. It seems to stir up this oily black fog,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't disperse it. It doesn't move it.
Okay. All right. Here's what I like to do, everyone. We're gonna tie a rope around each other and walk through it.
Okay,
Yep.
somebody has rope.
I do.
I got rope. Yeah, a bunch of us do.
So you know what I'm talking about. So I'll take the lead. Since Moss isn't here, I'm gonna take the lead.
Moss is here. It's Bri
Right.
that's not.
I know, but just for game's sake, I'm gonna take the lead.
Yep.
And then whoever kind of tie each other, wrap around our waist. Next person.
Okay. Yeah, so you spend some time making sure that the rope is tied securely around all of you. Aranor, you'll tie it around your waist. You won't hold onto it at all so that you can keep both hands on your weapon, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Everyone else has the choice. They can either hold on to the rope as it's looped around them, or you can tie it off and have the trailing end go to the next person so you can keep your hands free. It's up to you. But you spend some time... Oh my god, sorry.
Uh-oh.
You spend some time tying it off, and when you all feel like you're secured, the ropes are, double, triple checked. You all give a nod to Aranor as if to indicate, okay, we're
All right.
ready to go.
Venture in.
All right.
Oh, I heard a door.
It's just Felix making his way out.
Felix is back, everybody.
You move into the fog, one by one. It is cold.
Ooh.
It is dark. It is oppressive. As you all move through, you're all... Where did I put my thing? You all get a horrible feeling in your stomach. It's making you feel nauseous. There is a resistance to the fog. It's not enough to bar your movement, but it is enough that there is a sensation of having to push through. Your minds feel tight, like a presence is pressing down on your very psyche. But after a few steps, no more than 10, perhaps 15 feet, Aranor, you feel like you're emerging from the other side.
Yeah. Oh, the game's paused. I was trying to move the.
I know the game was
I
paused.
know. I was
Trying
move
to
the
prevent you
controller.
guys from doing oopsies by
Oh,
keeping the game paused
oh,
when
no.
it's.
I open the door.
But you all make it out of the fog. You feel a little shaken up, a little unsettled, maybe. But you're all clear of it. As the room begins to open up, you notice a couple of things. The light here is a little stronger, although tinted a very ominous red in color. Seems to be coming from the west. It feels like the room opens up and there's perhaps a pit of some sort. I'll just move you a little closer here.
Oh boy.
What the fuck is this?
I don't feel safe.
Now? Just now?
Oh, Lucid, are you watching the stream?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, is he just listening to us while he can't see anything? So what you see is a roughly 10-foot wide slab of stone hovering in the center of this somewhat circular vertical shaft. There's a sort of bridge-like jutting of rock that goes out almost to the platform's edge. From below, the shaft glows with a deep red, fiery light, and it continues upwards beyond you into darkness. From here, you can see that there are 3 passageways. The one that you've come from, a one to your south, and a one that goes to the southeast, it looks like. Cowering in the entrance of this southeast passage is the Nothic. You can also see, on the edge of this pit, right along the edge of the bridge, it is not on there because the DM forgot about it, is a small brass gong.
Oh boy. I look at the Nothic and say, "Where's Gar?"
Wix doesn't know!
Where does that tunnel go? What's down below?
He looks around and just points behind him. More! There are more that way!
More like this room?
Like Zedgar.
What?
Wix was told to serve Zedgar.
Told by whom?
By the lady in red.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that she's the fire priestess.
She's powerful.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry. So are we. Kinda. What is that? And Winter, looking at the Nothic, points at the disc floating in the shaft. Is that a way down? Further down?
Yes, goes down.
Does it go up too?
Goes up, yes.
Huh. Do you know where it goes up to?
Above.
Thanks. Do you know where it goes down to? Please don't say below.
It goes not up.
Right.
Wix has never been below.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. What else do you know?
Many things.
Well,
Like where to find Gar?
Yeah.
I don't know, Gar.
Gar is he was what? He is the air or water, guys? Water.
Water.
All right. So right now we're in the fireside. Are there? God damn, I can't remember that for last week. What are there different areas of this floor that have the different elementals that we see? Did we
Mhm.
notice? Okay.
It's something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're 100% sure of that, but that's what it seems like. That this is a common area between the four temples above.
To find Gar, we really don't want to be in this area.
No. But it sounded like Wix. Was there? Are you aware of any fighting that was going on around here
Many fights, always fighting.
between the cultists, between the different cults?
Yes,
Is there like a central area where that happens?
large room filled with bodies.
Which way?
South. To the west. Oh, sorry. To the east. West. Wix has been so long in the dark. Don't know directions.
Wix, I want to reward you. I told you not to take anything from our minds, but I would give something freely. What do you want to know?
How to go home.
Where's home?
Wix does not know.
Was it another cave like this?
Not like this. Dark. Old. Wet.
Were there others like you there?
Yes.
Well, shit.
Many fish.
Yeah. Lizard people nearby?
No. Only Nothic.
Well, I might be able to give you directions on how to get back to a place where there used to be Nothics. I don't know if they're still there. It was wet. Not far from here, and up a flight of stairs, really.
And fish.
I mean, there was lots of water. I would assume there was fish there. Are we... She turns to the others. Are we doing this?
Moss just looks at you like absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I said I would, so she looks at the Nothic. If I think of where we came from, can you look in my mind and see it?
Yes. You would give this to Wix, yes?
Do it. And she thinks of that. She thinks of sort of retracing her steps back to the stairs up and then back to the room where the Nothics are. And I'm happy to make whatever roll you'd like me to make, deception or whatever, to avoid showing it memories of us killing the other Nothics.
Yeah, make a deception.
Okay,
Oh,
Jesus
boy.
Christ. I literally just reached over to my desk for dice. I don't know why. I haven't rolled physical dice in years, and I literally just reached for dice. What am I doing? Deception check. On
Good job.
brand. There it is.
So you feel tendrils of psychic energy enter your mind, almost like fingers, as it flips through the pages of your memory, searching. It brushes by other memories that you were maybe unwilling to share, but it pays them no attention. honing in on what you are willing to share, and it sees clearly the way out. The way back. It does also see what you intended to hide. It recoils from you slightly, but otherwise seems unbothered.
Is Winter aware that it
Yes.
saw it? Okay.
Yep.
Well, she kind of turns and side-eyes the rest of the group. I might have given it the full story. Sorry.
Some Nothic are different.
Well, I don't know if that's where you're from, but that's
No.
a place you could go back to. There really isn't anybody else left there anymore. And it's not that far.
Then Wix will look for a new home there.
Anybody got anything for Wix here before we let him go? I don't know if this is the
Moss
right
says,
thing.
I do, and begins to draw his moon sickle.
Easy, Moss. He gave us.
We're just gonna
information-
let him go?
I
Oh
mean,
boy,
You know what they do.
it's just like Moss.
did it do it to you?
No, but it's only a matter of time before he does it to others. Wix would not. Wix only wants to be alone.
There you go, Moss.
Moss,
We found
Yeah,
the
because
one good
clearly
one.
he's not lying.
this one did not attack us at all. Keep that in mind.
I just look. This is hard enough without us taking on optional fights. I just,
We need to move on. I think we need to get out of this area, and go to the central room he was talking about.
Do not go this way. He points behind him into the hallway.
Okay.
why? What's that way?
Many Minotaur.
Oh shit.
And us without our fireball. Oh wait, that wouldn't work anyway.
I'm a fireball.
There it is. Actually, frostball would work.
The lady in red commands them. They protect this place.
What about
Okay.
what about down south here? Is that where we need to go?
There is other way south.
Safer way?
Safer, yes. No Minotaur.
Okay. That's the way I think we would like to go.
Yeah, he said no Minotaur like there's something else, though.
You get sort of an image in your head, Winter,
Mm-hmm.
of the minecart track
Hey.
heading south.
Oh, like the one from the ghost room.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you wanted to go down before.
Well, yeah, kind of, but not really.
All right, Moss, let's let him go. Let's head back. And
I think we're making a mistake.
Wouldn't be the first time.
lots of mistakes have been made.
Right, but I want it on record that I protested.
Okay.
It's a really good Brian impression.
It's a fucking
It's like I've played games with Bri before.
Wow.
Someone make note of that. Write it down.
Moss protest.
He is going to, the Nothic is going to slink out of his little hidey hole here.
Hey, before you go,
He looks directly at you.
one more thing. And Winter just takes a couple steps forward and kneels down and looks right into its big eye.
Mm-hmm.
This one's kind of for me. Have another look in there. and she'll fail whatever saving throw against the
It sort of
Nothic.
cocks its head at you.
Wix does not understand.
I'll share with you one more secret, something no one living has seen.
Ah, secrets. Long has it been since I have partaken in secrets.
But you feel those psychic fingers in your mind once again.
She is going to think back to a time in her life about 50 years ago when she was in a cult, back to a ritual to bring something to this world, well, to the Feywild from the beyond. And in vivid details, open the image of that horrifying sight to this creature.
Why would you show Wix?
Never been able to share that with anyone else before. I don't know, it brings me some peace to know that someone else has seen it. There are worse things than those minotaurs and these cultists. Just be mindful of that.
It just nods its head and begins backing away.
Bye! Hope that haunts you forever, you little shit.
And before long, it disappears from sight. You just hear a massive sigh from Moss.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to throw something down that hole.
Let's. No.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
go.
Let's move back to the.
I vote we push Aranor in that hole.
Can we? Is it okay if we do a little
Is that-
recon here before we walk away? Like, just go over to here and take a peek down the hallway.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can if
Sure.
you want.
I'm suggesting somebody sneakier than I do it.
Starsha. Can you investigate?
You don't want Aranor to do it? He's so sneaky.
Clomp, 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 clomp.
Clanka-chanka,
Yeah.
clanka-chanka.
That's racist.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's more like
Because you're white and clumsy?
Thought you were talking German for a second.
No, Klankachanka is not German.
Oh.
Sound like 3 header bolts rattling around in the bottom of a Folgers can when you walk.
All right, Starsha, do you want to go and do some scouting to the south?
Sure.
All right. Give me a stealth check. Not ideal.
But
Starsha moves to the head of this first tunnel where the Nothic was. And at first, you don't see anything, but as it gets deeper, you can see another roiling black cloud of fog.
Mm-hmm.
You move farther down, past the platform that leads out to the floating disc. And you can see what looks like ancient stairs that descend. Not far. They're not steep, they're relatively shallow stairs. You can't really make anything out beyond that. It is quite dark in the room. It does look like perhaps engravings or carvings, markings on the floor. The floor there seems rough. It looks like, without entering the room, there is perhaps another passage that leads to farther to the west. You can't really see much without entering the room. Do you want to push forward?
Maybe very slowly and I don't know. I feel like now I'm going down to where I probably want backup.
Yeah, remember that the Nothic did tell you that this area is controlled by Minotaurs.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm not going down there by myself.
Okay.
No, I mean, I just kind of wanted to see what was around the corner. I wasn't.
So you would come back to the group and tell them. There's a hallway that's filled with fog just right here, and farther down there's stairs that lead to a larger room with maybe writing on the floor or markings, scrapings, carvings, I can't tell.
Yeah, maybe something for another time. What do you guys think?
So where do you want to go now?
We'll go to the mining.
Yeah.
The mining room? Okay.
The ghost room and follow the tracks.
You push back through that fog, getting the same sensation.
Look at them all move together like the Scooby Gang.
Yeah. Getting that same sensation. It makes you feel sick. Makes you feel like it sticks to your skin. Down past the dead Minotaur. And into the room with the mine carts and the mine tracks. With the intent to push farther south on our next session.
Hooray!
Because we will end it there.
Okay.